All right, I see you.
I believe we have an update from Reg, a quick breaking story.
Oh, we have an update, breaking news. All right, Reg the Bandit, we have breaking news here. What's going on?
Yeah, so I think you're going to want to watch this. Georgia has just held a press conference, and the Georgia Secretary of State made a pretty big announcement regarding a presidential race. I think we can cue it up here.
Okay, let me know. Do we guys have it? Are we ready? Can we cue it? This is the Georgia. This is the governor you just said, Reg the Bandit?
Secretary of State.
The Secretary of State.
Secretary of State, but it's a man, right? It's a male secretary?
Yes, correct.
Starting off weak, but let's watch.
Subject of the RLA. At that time, I will designate that the RLA will be the presidential race. With the margin being so close, it will require a full by-hand recount in each county. This will help build confidence. It will be an audit, a recount, and a recanvass all at once. It will be a heavy lift, but we will work with the counties to get this done in time for our state certification. Many of these workers will be working plenty of overtime.
Wow. Wow. It cut out, but that is remarkable. Yeah. We talked about this early on in the show. You said Pennsylvania. I said, I think Georgia, because Georgia, there are enough issues in Georgia. Yet. There are enough issues in Georgia, and it's a really close margin.
Yeah.
I think it's an uphill battle with Pennsylvania and the corruption. I think Reg the Bandit, is there something else that we need to know, Reg the Bandit?
No, I mean, I just think that's pretty huge that they're going to conduct a hand recount of the presidential race. And so I think that, you know, that's what I was thinking. You know, you said at the beginning of the show that something needs to flip soon. Probably Georgia. It looks like that may happen.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well,
thank you, Reg the Bandit. We'll check in with you later. You're about to say something.
So the recount, my problem with the recount is that it doesn't do anything about potential voter fraud.
No, it does. It does. The whole point is that with the recount, you can see ballots that, for example, they might not have been post-dated properly, so yeah, sometimes you can't.
Or signature checks and things like that.
But that's also where circumstantial evidence would come into play, and we can also look at a certain number of ballots, if they came in, for example, in an unrealistic period of time.
Right.
If there's a disproportional number of ballots that are just Joe Biden and nothing else down the ticket.
So this gives us more detail.
We can check and see if these people are actually residents of the state. Okay. We can check and see, at least with some of them, if they arrived in time on election night. And this is something, too, a lot of people are saying, oh, this is dangerous. If Donald Trump does this, you know, the American people will feel as though the election is stolen. Hold on a second.
Where did he do?
Let's go through this. What are you mad about? Well, maybe that my vote wouldn't count. Okay, so you think your vote should count? Yes. I understand it. So let's say you hate Donald Trump, and let's say we go through these and we toss out some votes, and you want to make sure that your vote counts. Well, how do you know that your vote counts? What do you mean? What is a vote? What's what I cast for an election, for a president? Okay. What determines that vote? What do you mean? What determines whether that vote is legal or not? Why did you mail it in? Why did you go early to a specific precinct? Why did you go same day? Why did you have to present ID? Or why did you have to list an address? Because there are legal parameters that we've always had for voting. And now, to make sure your vote counts, we're going to enforce those legal parameters. That's the message that the GOP needs to be clear about. It's not stealing votes away. It's, hey, listen, you voted. There's a system. There's a reason it's actually tallied as a vote. If it was illegally cast, it is not a vote. So you cannot benefit from a system that ensures that there's some integrity, at least to your vote, and not abide by that system when it ensures that the totality of votes are just as legitimate as yours. Yeah. Somewhere down the line, a court determines what a vote is, meaning what is allowed, what is permissible. Now, you may want that to be 11 million illegal immigrants. Fine, but that's not the law. You may want people to be able to vote after 8 p.m. on election. You may want them to be able to vote 2, 3, 4 days later. You may want them to be able to vote in any state that they feel they'd like to vote in. But guess what? That's not the law. And the law is the same law that protects you and ensures that you have a vote and there's any tally whatsoever to begin with. It just comes down to degree. So if we want to argue that in the future, well, you know what, people should be able to vote 2, 3 days after Election Day, fine. You can argue that. But that wasn't the law on Election Day this go around.
Watch Good Morning Mug Club live every Monday through Thursday at 10:15 Eastern.